What's up, y'all? I do have something that I would like to speak upon, because apparently some people don't understand the post about my dad, or my now ex-dad, I should say, and his photo.
Change your f***ing name! I'll pay for it, you little slumbag bastard!
That I posted of him. So I will invite those of you that don't understand. And I will explain. Now, you guys are probably wondering why I posted what I posted about my dad earlier with and his wife. Or I should say his psychopathic wife, because she is not right upstairs.
Hey Jay, you're lucky that when I was there, old man, I didn't beat your ass, Red.
Now, yes, as it may be true, my dad did serve in the army from the time I was born for about 17 years. And don't get me wrong, I respect the hell out of him for that.
You're a disgrace to the U.S. military, motherfucker!
Wow.
You're a disgrace! You're a disgrace! Hey, you gotta do something clean, old man!
But what I don't respect is how he treated me when I went down to visit him back in 2014 down in Florida. This man and his wife, because you guys don't know, my parents did split. But this man and his wife not only physically assaulted me in their own home for no reason.
You're scared of me and you know it! That's why that night we fought! That's why that night we fought! You were too scared to pull the trigger on my ass!
But they also verbally abused me and talked down and about my mom and my family. And all this man does, and this is completely true, all this man does is drink alcohol all day and smoke pot and get strung out on drugs all day. But he looks 80 something because of the drugs and everything that he's been doing. Like I said, I respect what he did for the military, but what I don't respect is him as a man and what he did. Now, let me tell you guys what he did to me in detail when I was down there. Starting off with the first thing, doing into drinking and got me drunk. When before that, I had never had a drop of alcohol in my life. Ever. Number two thing that this man did, well, not really him, but his wife. Me and his wife got into it really bad one night.
I know your plays out, chop so too, James, so sit up, bitch.
So what did she do? Locked me outside at 6 in the morning.
Now, mind you, I had not locked the door. He could have just opened it.
When it's freezing cold out.
At best, it was about 77 in the morning.
And mind you, they live out in the middle of the freaking boonies in Florida. So you gotta figure, at 6 in the morning, it feels like it's a lot colder. Trust me.
And he's banging at the door. Let me in or I'm going to piss on your door.
And then the third thing he did, which to this day I still have a physical scar from, I actually had an ingrown hair turn into a very infected on my leg. And at first I thought nothing of it. I thought, like, it was just red, it was gonna go away. Next thing I know, I was unable to walk. I physically could not walk on my leg without pain shooting through it. And what does this man and his wife do instead of taking me to the hospital? They just sit there and don't do a goddamn thing about it. And the doctor even said if it were to get any worse, I would have lost my leg. Within 48 more, if I were to give it another 48 to 70 something hours, I would have lost my leg. I had to have it lanced and drained, which hurt like hell, like beyond anything I've ever had in my life. But that night, before I had to come back, this man sat there and ripped and bashed and belittled not only myself, but my mother, my mom.
Cause you deserve to die! You deserve to die, you worthless trash!
And what did they do whenever I defended her and stuck up for not only my mom, but my family? His little wife grabbed me by my shirt, tried choking me and beating me. And not to mention, she broke the necklace that was made from my brother's belt buckle. And that night, my mom literally had to call the police to come and get me. And what happened? They get away with the physical assault. They got away with the verbal abuse. Like I said, I can respect my dad for serving in the military. 110%, I can respect that. But what I can't respect is what he's done with his life. Because when I was down there visiting, this man had no food in his fridge. It was literally lined with beer in the fridge. Like, there was nothing but beer and like food that they got in restaurants in the fridge. His backyard was lined with empty beer bottles driven upside down into the ground, lining his entire yard. Number 3 thing that he did while I was down there was more than 3 things. This man left me in a bar on my own. Granted, I'm old enough, I should have been able to handle it, which I was in. But the point being, instead of sitting there at the bar catching up with me, what does this man do? He goes, fucking gets high. So, like I said, I can respect my dad, or my now ex-dad, for being military. I respect that 110%.
Hey, why you this so great to your head, you dumb mother?
You guys don't know how many times I have been on and off in tears because he decided to disown me. Because this man sat there and told me I would not make any music on my own, that I needed to give up, that I needed to face reality. And for some time, I've been wanting to say it to him. So today, I finally got the courage to stand up and say something to him and his wife. And what do I get back? Oh, I need to learn how to, check my spelling, and that's harassment. No, it's not harassment. That's just pure fucking being honest. So sorry if I don't spell everything correctly, but at least I'm honest.
Well, this is where it starts to get freaking weird, because Gordon had worked the next morning and I had gotten up and I had things I needed to do to get us ready to go camping that day. And I was telling him what I needed to get done, and
I was working a half a day.
yeah.
Hmm.
And all of a sudden he pops up off the couch with his phone in his hand and a picture of his aunt. I want to say it was his aunt.
Shows her a picture, and it was his aunt
Yeah.
sitting on the couch
Yeah.
with grandkids or whatever.
Yeah. There was grandkids, and I want to say
And-
there was a dog
And
or
dogs
something.
or something
I don't
on
know.
there. And she said,
She captioned it.
she captioned it and said, I've died
Yeah.
and went to heaven. You know,
It says, I've died and gone to heaven.
I've died and gone to heaven.
Now, the first
And-
problem with that, even
Well-
the statement, I've never known anybody to die and come back and make a Facebook post. But that's just my theory. I tried to explain to him what she meant by it in case he didn't understand. And so I told him what was going on. And he looked at me and he says, you just don't want me to go home. I said, listen, you little bastard, I don't give a shit if you stay. So I had no idea what he was capable of. And when he went to bow at me, I turned him around and walked him straight out my front door and told him, you sit there until you're whatever he is to you gets home.